Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start with this drawing that is within a square. The size of the square is 4. That means 4 by 4. The square has all equal sides. We are going to draw that in AutoCAD, and the commands that we are going to use, we can decide by looking at this. So it contains lines, it contains a square which can be drawn using a polyline, and then circles, and also two lines. These lines are part of dimensions with arrows, so extension line and dimension line. And then it's going to use array command to use the polar array. And this is going to be the center for the array. And it's going to array 4 times. And then it's asking you to scale it down to 0.5, half the scale. So let's begin. Go to AutoCAD and open your template with layers. Go to model space, and let's start with object layer. Now we can use rectangle command, and we can start at 10, 10, and then we are going to give the width and the length or height. So that is 4, 4. Now this disappeared, but it's just because it's too small. So you can zoom extent, and there is your square. Now we are going to check the snap settings, and we do need the geometric center on, and it would be helpful to have our tangent and quadrant on as well. So we're going to draw the line. The line is from midpoint to the center and to the midpoint of the left line. Now one of the circle that we can use is 2-point circle that has a point, 1 point midpoint of this line, and second point the center of the square. Now there is another circle that is the large circle, and that is the center radius. You can click in the center, and radius is the end of this line or the midpoint of the square. Then there are two small circles, and they are tangent of this line, tangent of this line, and then the radius is given. So we are going to select the circle tan radius. So tangent of this line, click on tangent, and then it's going to ask for the radius of the circle, and the radius is 0.5. You type 0.5, press enter. The second is the same, tangent, and type radius 0.5 and press enter. So that drawing is complete. We are going to make a copy of this. And this copy we are going to use to create the polar array. And we are going to keep one original. So select the whole thing. Select this lower left corner as a center. and then change the items to number 4, and that's your square. Now it's asking you to scale that down to 0.5, and we are going to do that. Select the whole thing. And we can click on this point so that it scales down in that direction. Type 0.5, press enter. I'm going to move this closer to this. Now go to the layout, double click inside your viewport. I'm going to move these closer to each other. And double click outside the viewport. And now we are going to add dimensions for the first one. This will go in dimension layer. Make dimensions of current layer. And the radius for this is given. We need to change the dim styles. Type dim style, modify, and then primary units, and change the decimals to 0.0 so that it can show the fractions to decimals. And the diameter is given for the larger circle. And then they give radius for the medium circle. Those are all the dimensions that you require. This is understood that this is 2. We don't need to give that. And this diameter of 1 is given to that, but that's obvious too. And over here, the dimension of one side is given. And that actually you don't have to because it's lined up and it's also obvious that it's 4. So you're done with dimensions. And after that, make sure you update the border. It's 26. Backspace to fit everything. The scale date. Scale is 1:1. Backspace. And then add the date. After that, you are going to go to the plotter And you're going to select AutoCAD PDF high quality print. And then you're going to select ANSI full blade 11 by 8.5 inches. And then from all these selections, you're going to click on window. And then you're going to click on the lower left corner and upper right corner. Then make sure you preview. And you notice that the viewport is not showing because that was on def points. And then you're going to click on apply to layout. In this case, it was already clicked, so it's not giving me that option. It's grayed out. And now you just save. And it is saved under documents. All right, happy drawing.